Hello and welcome back to Warsword Conquest, and we're attempting to murder this Bretonnian vassal once again. This is... I have a feeling this is a guy that we've fought multiple times already, and I'm kind of thinking to myself, is he okay? Because we are seemingly attacking him almost every 5 minutes at this point. I'm actually not entirely sure, but he seems to be getting his army back so incredibly fast. It's actually hilarious. Anyway, let's just move my archers over here, put my infantry over there. Let's get the cavalry over here as well, and then we should be fine. Alright, so obviously this is a bit of a problem because they do have an amber grail damsel, and I really do not like those one bit. I would much prefer to not have to deal with any of the spellcasters that the opponent has available, but, you know, that's just not how it is. So we'll see what we can do here, because obviously, here's the thing. They just cannot be stopped in regards to their casts. You can see here very easily, look at what they're doing. They are just casting absolutely freely. I can't do anything about that. I'm not going to be able to go down there and immediately, you know, identify where the damsel is and then kill it. Absolutely impossible for me to do that in such a short span of time. However, thank you very much, Chaos Charioteer. Thanks very much for just charging in and almost killing me right there. Anyway, let's just charge my infantry in as well, because obviously, as you could quite clearly see, we are now having some issues with the enemy charging us, which is a bit of a shame. However, the Bretonnian damsel actually cast a slowing effect on me only, and didn't actually affect anyone else. So I'm actually really pleased about that, because that means that I am now going to be in a much better situation. It's going to be a much stronger situation for me to be in here. Unfortunately, yeah, this is the problem. You see exactly what's happening here? Yeah, this is the problem. I cannot find the damsel for the life of me. I'm not sure where she is. That's going to be the issue here. I mean, I guess I could just run and try and kill the mounts as best as I can. I'm pretty sure the damsel is on a mount, right? Am I correct in thinking that? Think so. Not sure. I think she is, but I'm just going to try and take this guy off his mount. There we go. And how are we doing so far? Not too bad, not too bad. We are losing a couple of people, but that is to be expected. Basically, here's what's also quite funny. Because I am so incredibly difficult to kill at this point, I can basically tank enemies, you know? I can literally tank enemies for a relatively decent amount of time, and I'm not actually going to have too many issues with staying alive. I also have some healing potions, of course, so if I do need to use them, well, they're there, you know, they are available, and yeah, there you go. I believe that's indeed a victory for us. Unfortunately, I couldn't identify where the damsel was. It's just too difficult, unfortunately. It's just one of those things where you're just going to be like, well, if she's in the vicinity, then she's in the vicinity, and if she's not, then I'm going to have a very difficult time finding her, especially when I don't have a mount. So it's much more difficult to, you know, actually find those kinds of things. As you can see, the Chaos Charioteer is just going straight on in there. Oh yeah, by the way, one thing I wanted to mention. This is not a good thing. Mr. Critterslick, right? Mr. Critterslick, the ruler of our faction. He just decided to give me a town. Yes, he gave me a no, not a town. Sorry. He decided to give me a castle, and I am not very pleased about that. He gave me this castle over here. Wait a minute, is that a That's a village. Okay, never mind. He gave me a village. He did not give me a castle. Right. That is actually hilarious. Is he disrespecting us right now? Because he's literally only given me villages. As you can see. He's only given me villages. I'm a bit I'm a bit perplexed as to what's going on there, because obviously we have I'm just gonna sell them, to be honest. I'm just gonna get the cash. Yeah, but here's the thing. We took this town by ourselves, and I'm kind of thinking to myself, okay, is that not worthy of a little bit of a reward in some way or another. I mean, I'm obviously not asking for the world here. I'm asking for a, you know, I'm asking for a town that I took myself. I'm not asking for a village or anything like that. However, to be fair, if he does want to give me a village, then that's absolutely fine. I can just try to build it up, and I can try to make it into a wonderful recruitment farm. Well, troop farm or whatever. Basically just try and get as many people recruited from there as possible. And it's actually in a pretty decent place as well. Do bear that in mind. You know, it's quite close by to where we currently are. So if I do need to go and recruit some more troops, it's going to be super easy for me to do that because it is obviously in Wood Elf territory. And that's super, super simple. However, obviously that's not what we want. Ideally, I would much prefer to have, well, you guessed it, a town. Yes, I would much prefer to have a town because then I could actually start getting the War Academy up and running, and the War Academy would obviously provide us with rat ogres and various other units. Hopefully, I don't actually know what it provides us anymore because it's been such a long time since I've even had the opportunity to get a War Academy, so I don't know. I'm in the dark about that. I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty sure it's rat ogres, but could be some other things as well. I actually don't know. Anyway, we're gonna try and see if I can. Oh yeah, this is actually gonna be fantastic. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Look at how incredibly useless they are right now. They are slowed to nothingness basically, and look at them. They are all off their mounts now. This is hilarious. This is absolutely great. This is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing. Now, even if I take big damage here, that doesn't actually matter too much. Unfortunately, the Jade Damsel is doing absolutely every single thing to protect these guys, unfortunately. Wow, okay, even more buffs for them. Well, I'm not a big fan of that. Oh, there's the Damsel, I believe. There you go, she's dead now. Okay, that's great. And I am actually being murdered. Oh, that was actually a prophetess. Yeah, the prophetess actually, those units seem to be extremely powerful. As I said to you in the previous episode, they were summoning these bear units over and over again. And I thought to myself, what? What is going on here? And so I think, actually, you know what? It might be, indeed, it might be powerful. It might be more powerful. I think that one was the amber one, though. Not the jade. So yeah, but I think that the prophetess units, the amber ones, specifically the ones that can summon the bears, I think they are insane. I think they are extremely powerful. And you know, for example, if you're in a battle or something like that, and you can literally just summon these bears, these wild bears, over and over again, and it seemed to have an extremely short cooldown. I'm not entirely sure if the cooldown differs dependent on, you know, who you are. How did I lose 31 troops? That must have been the Jade Prophetess. I'm gonna assume that that was the Jade Prophetess. We're gonna have a look at this after the fact, but I'm pretty sure it was the Jade Prophetess here. And can you imagine, literally, them killing, I mean her, shall we say, killing a full 31 units just in one hit? Pretty sure she was able to do that. That's actually kind of insane. So there's another one. Yeah. Yes. Ah, why are they so powerful? I don't know. Well, magic. That's it. Magic is very, very strong. Anyway, let's actually take a look here. So I actually lost a huge amount of Scryer Gunners right there and some Poison Wind Globadiers. As you can see, yep, look at that. She literally got 69 eliminations. That is incredible. That is so incredibly painful. Wow. Okay, I guess that just goes to show. You know what? I should probably be very careful when dealing with Jade Prophetess. Maybe, well, basically every single Prophetess kind of unit at this point has proven themselves to be extremely difficult for us to deal with. So, taking that into account, we might actually want to do things a little bit differently next time. So in other words, we're probably going to have to, you know, just focus fire her down. Basically, there we go. We got some Chaos Zealots traded away, and I believe, what did I gain for that? Not entirely sure what I gained for that, but hopefully it was something good. Anyway, we still have our 5 Doom Balls, which I am extremely pleased, very, very pleased about that. And I'm very much hoping that Mr. Critterslick is actually going to be providing this this town to me after the fact. After a little bit of extra considerations. I'm hopeful that I'll be able to chase these guys off so that they are no longer raiding this village, because I would like to recruit some people from here if at all possible, some Skaven. Maybe we can get them. There we go. Yeah, we can just get 10. Obviously, I'm not really I'm not really holding out too much hope for the recruits from here, but I mean, that's the thing. I kind of have to defend it, you know? I kind of have to defend it and make it as good as possible. I mean, obviously, I can help them with some tasks here as well. Do I actually want to help them with some... Wow, really? You don't need any help? Are you serious? Okay, apparently he doesn't need any help. Okay, who's this fellow? Yeah, he's got an amber damsel, but he doesn't have a prophetess or anything, so maybe I don't have to worry about that too much, but he's obviously going to raid the village, as you can see. He's definitely going to try and raid the village. I kind of... You know what I kind of want to do? I want to go back over here and actually recruit some additional troops. Oh no, not that guy. Thank you. Yes, that's the leader. That's the leader right there. And you see exactly what I'm talking about? Look at his army. Really, really good. Obviously, the prophetess itself is a bit of a problem. However, everything else he's got is just going to run us down. There's nothing much we can do about that, unfortunately. He's just got so much cavalry. So we're going to have to either get a significant amount of infantry that are, you know, somewhat powerful. Some people have recommended that we go to Chaos Lands and actually get some Nurgle troops, and that maybe sounds like a pretty good idea. Sounds like a pretty good idea to me, so I might actually decide to do that. However, at the moment, I don't know whether I can spare that time. It would be very cool if we could do so. What is this? That doesn't really do much. Doesn't say what it does, at least. Doesn't say what it does. What's a mana? No, no, no. We don't want one of those. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll just go for the apothecary then. 7 days it's going to take. And we got another one of these guys, but I have 166. And we can now just level these fellows up. Yeah, the question is, do we want to go into a battle against these fellows? Well, against this guy right here, I mean, not really, but it's going to give me some decent experience, I guess. I mean, basically what I would like to do, actually, is just wait for a little bit of time, wait for my trainer skill to kick in, and then we can probably go in, and that's going to give us a much better benefit, or hopefully a much better benefit, at least. So let's just wait for the trainer skill to activate. If it will at some point. As you can see, my village is actually now starting to get into a better situation as well in terms of its prosperity, because obviously you got to bear in mind, if it's not raided, of course it's going to get better, you know, because their taxes are really, really low, so it should get better over time. Okay, there we go. There's all the clan rats leveled up, and we can now go in against this guy. However, I don't want to fight him at night. Okay, I don't want to fight him with the Defenders of the Realm either. There we go. Alright, so now we can go in. Let's see what we can do here. Obviously, this should be a victory for us. I didn't actually check to see whether they have any magical troops, which is obviously a bit of a lapse on my part. Ah, yes, they do seem to. A Celestial Prophetess. Nearby enemy troops are guaranteed to damage when they hit. Right? Not sure. Well, I literally just... I just killed the enemy leader in one hit because my insta-kill actually activated at the exact same time as the insta-kill for the mount, because obviously that is a guaranteed shot, basically, and 16% chance to instantly kill regular troops as well. That's actually super nice. Alright, let's get my infantry to go down here. There's the prophetess. Let's tell my cavalry to charge in as well. Okay, she just did 79 damage. Wow. Okay, well, I wish I had the blessing of the lady to heal myself, like the paladins do, but unfortunately I do not. So I will just have to do this. Can you imagine a Skaven with the blessing of the lady? That would be so funny. Alright, so yeah, anyway, we're gonna hopefully not take any additional damage here, because obviously, let's face it, I've got a lot of ways to avoid damage right now. And I'm just hopeful that we'll be able to avoid it as much as we possibly can, and then we'll be able to get out of here. Yeah, now this is a much better. Yeah, this is a much better battle because I mean, just look at it. Look at it. We've basically taken 0 casualties here, and that's exactly what we want. We don't want those Jade Prophetesses just throwing, you know, what is it called now? Dwellers Below or something, or Bellows Deep, or I don't know. I can't remember the name of the spell, but we don't want those. We don't want those things happening to us. Thank you very much, because that just does so much damage. It's insane. Insanity? Insane? Yeah, both things. Both things. Oh, isn't that great? Yeah. Wonderful. And the Paladin was eliminated, thankfully, finally, in fact. Yes, Paladins being very, very annoying, as is the usual case. And we've got some additional clan rats here, but I don't actually need those, of course. Seems like some people want to level up. There we go. And we got a little bit more here. Obviously not great. Alright, so look at who I've just found right here. This is Darius, the apprentice. He's the other unique merchant that manages to sell a bunch of really good stuff. And I've actually found some very special items that I personally would love to get, maybe in future playthroughs or maybe for this one. I'm not entirely sure. There is one very specific thing that I wouldn't mind getting, but it's too expensive for me right now, which is very, very disappointing. However, I'm just going to show you a couple of these things right now because I think that they are super powerful. This is amazing. No ward saves allowed, double damage versus demons. I don't really care that much about the double damage versus demons, but no ward saves allowed? That just says everything you need to know. That is just crazy good. It's really, really good. And then obviously you have the Burning Bait of Chotek right here, which is fire damage. Obsidian Axe, 50% chance to ignore armor. You've got the Sword of Fate there, which is just a regular sort of thing. You have the Sword of Justice here. This sword will always do a minimum of 10 damage and also provides you with +1 power strike. Feathered Arrows, if you're a bow person, +1 power draw. And then you obviously have this, which is a repeater long rifle. I was actually thinking that maybe it would be cool to get this, because that would enable me to shoot so much more often, and would actually provide me with a pretty decent ranged solution. So that's kind of what I was thinking of. There's also the Rune Musket of Reloading as well, which, as you can quite clearly see, has a very fast reload speed. Its speed rating is 66. Usually muskets are around 20 to 30, so this has a over double you know, reload speed, which is absolutely fantastic. Otherwise, apart from that, we have, well, obviously this is a one-handed, but look at this, +1 power strike, +1 weapon master. There is another one-handed here that I really wanted to show you. This Chaos Rune Sword, look at this. Gain 2 one-handed proficiency every time you defeat an enemy lord in combat with the sword. Once you reach 400 proficiency, increases by 1. Now, this is a very interesting weapon. However, obviously, the problem is that you have to eliminate an enemy lord. I personally feel like this could be so much, well, obviously it would be really overpowered then, but if you could gain 1 proficiency every single time you eliminated a regular unit, then, well, that would be super overpowered. So we're obviously not going to be even considering anything to do with this. However, I thought it was an interesting legendary effect. Then you obviously have the 7-barrel here, which is another sort of like repeater thing. It has a speed rating of 15, which is less than this one. I don't know how many bullets the repeater rifle actually uses, so yeah, there's obviously that. There's a bunch of other weapons here, but I personally feel like the weapon that I showed you that ignores ward save, I think that is quite clearly the best weapon, probably maybe even in the game at this point. I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, maybe I haven't. I highly doubt I've come across every single weapon in the game, of course, but I personally feel like this, where is it? This is incredible. Like, no matter what, every single, well, I'm going to say almost every single enemy has an incredible amount of ward save, and if you have this, it basically just nullifies it. Just completely nullifies it, and that is incredible to me. Ooh, this shield is insane too. Wow, okay. You know what? Look at this. Just get a combo. If you have 20,000 gold, just get a combo right here. Look at that. Get the Axe of Realities and get the Rune of Iron shield. Look at this. It has a resistance of 50, and its literal HP is 1500. 1500. This is an incredible shield. Wow. I am actually super surprised. Oh, there's also this. Look at that. 50% chance to negate some of the enemy armor reduction. That's actually really nice too, but yeah, this is just far and away the best combo in my opinion. The Axe of Realities and the Rune of Iron shield. I haven't seen a better shield ever. Yeah, so there's a bunch of other weapons here, of course, but I'm not going to be getting any of those. And yeah, well, it's a little bit of a shame, obviously, but yeah. Anyway, unfortunately, it seems as though this fellow isn't actually deciding to give this to me just yet. If he's going to give it to me at all, I have requested it, of course. And oh, what? He gained 5 agility? Ripnich has been spending most of his free time training as secret, and today he tells you he had begun his Master Assassin training and has just completed the first phase. He literally just gained 5 agility? Is that real? Because that means he's now at 20 agility. That's actually insane. Okay, that's really powerful. Alright. Okay, well, there you go. Go off then, sir. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a quick look over here. I want to see if there are people in the garrison here still. Yeah, there is. The Fey Enchantress is still in there. That's absolutely terrible. What about this guy? Do you want to fight? No, he doesn't. Of course he doesn't. I still badly want to... Okay, yeah, the Beastmen are attempting to take this castle. I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to do so. Yep, there we go. They've actually taken it. Very nice. And let's go over to this castle here, because obviously we've been over to this castle beforehand, and we might be able to... Never mind. Okay, we're not going to be able to take that, that's for sure. As you can see, look at that. That's pretty terrible. And I'm unsure. Do you think we can actually defeat this guy? He's got an Amber Prophetess. It's looking unlikely, to be honest. It's looking unlikely. Maybe we can just attack these guys instead, because they're going to give me relatively similar benefits. At least I hope so. I mean, yeah, 12 renown is okay, not absolutely fantastic. I would love to go into a dungeon actually as well. That is something that I have been meaning to do for quite some time. I very much wanted to do that. However, I'm just embroiled in these battles constantly, and so I'm a little bit, you know, just a little bit preoccupied, I guess. Anyway, what we're going to do is I'm going to try, if I can, I'm not sure if the invisible wall at the edge of the battlefield is going to prevent me from doing this, but I'd like to go up here. Is this the edge? Maybe? No, we're getting a pretty decent amount of, there it is. Okay. There's the edge. All right. So, let's place our infantry here. Archers here. Cavalry somewhere around here. That's absolutely fine. Alright, so this is absolutely perfect for us. Because here's what's going to happen. The enemy's going to charge at us. Hopefully they're not going to have a significant amount of speed. I mean, the battlefield is quite flat. So we're looking hopefully not into a huge amount of damage coming our way. The Amber Prophetess is going to do a really annoying things for us. As you can see, they're already slowing down though. That's really good. Okay, just kill those. Yep, there we go. Alright, that's fine. Kill this guy. Oh no, we didn't. Oh wow, that was bad. Okay. Get him dead. Okay, that's fine. Also... There we go, just killing these paladins as they fall off. That is actually hilarious. Okay, let's tell these guys to charge in, tell these guys to charge in as well, and I'm going to try to be as interfering as possible. I'm trying to find where the prophetess is. Where is she? I can't see her right now. Yeah, I don't see her anywhere. There she is. I see her. I see her. Let's go. Get it. Get it! No, I'm dying. Ah, no, there's actually one right here next to me. Is that the one? That's a bit weird. Huh. Oh, there we go. Okay, no, there are actually two. That's hilarious. There's actually two of them. Okay, come on, Mr. Minotaur, you can do this. Yeah, well, yeah, he did. Okay. He absolutely wrecked. That was nice. Okay, very, very good. Okay, we should be fine here. Hopefully, let's have a look. Yeah. We've basically taken very little casualties right here. Absolutely perfect. That's exactly what we wanted, but you've also got to bear in mind that, you know, they have these spellcasters, and the spellcasters are always going to be capable of doing significant damage, no matter what, pretty much. And if I can just eliminate these guys. Oh, I keep getting... I have to time this super, super carefully. There we go. Alright. Yes, we are looking nice. Okay. Very good. Look at that. Alright. Let's tell everyone to charge in now. Should be absolutely fine to do that. I don't think we're going to have too many issues here. And we do need to kind of support our infantry a little bit more as well. And, well, I mean, yeah, as you can see, it's just going to be absolutely fine. We are just... okay, yeah. By the way, Ogalix does have a weapon, by the way. I have shown that in the past in the series. But, you know, people are consistently saying that I should give him a weapon. And yes, I would 100% agree, unless he actually already had a weapon that just looks like fists. And it does. It does look like fists. And I also thought, actually, that he had no weapon. So, yeah, I'm just going to show you real fast, just so that you can actually see what he's wearing. There you go. That's what he's using. It's called the Ogalix Super Punch. And, yeah, it's actually insane. I mean, obviously, as you could quite clearly see here, it has incredible blunt damage associated with it, and it can also crush through blocks, which is really amazing. So, yeah, there's also that. Anyway, let's level up Erasmus here. Let's get him some more in Iron Flesh. That's looking pretty good. Let's see what we can do here. More of these. Let's get some Master Gunners while we're at it. And there we go. Alright, so I'm still waiting, sir. I'm still waiting, Mr. Critterslick. Do you want to please give me the town? I am highly, highly doubting that he's actually going to give me the town at this point. I'm kind of thinking to myself, yeah, it's probably not going to happen. But I'm kind of holding out hope that he might. But it's looking maybe not so likely. Oh, are they actually going to go for the siege? Oh, they might go for the siege. If they go for the siege, this is going to be hilarious. Oh yeah, they are going for the siege. Alright, let's see how it goes. Alright, so we're in the siege, and well, it's maybe... I actually don't know how well this is going to go, but at the moment it doesn't seem like it's going particularly well. I am not very pleased with the current setup of my troops. And I was actually contemplating commanding nearby troops to move them out of the way, because as it stands, it's very annoying. It is very annoying where they're standing and everything, but I was kind of hoping that they might decide to do something a little bit different, but they didn't. So, yeah, they're kind of getting a little bit more in the way than I would want, but the problem is, if I tell them to go somewhere else, what's going to happen? Well, the enemy's just going to pour in, aren't they? They're just going to pour in here in almost every single respect, and it's going to be, well, maybe overwhelming. That's the problem. We really do not want to get overwhelmed super easily, because even myself, even Slive, is probably going to have some issues with that. But yeah, obviously you could see here that the enemy is... Maybe that's the thing. Not having huge success with actually getting up the ladder here and actually having any kind of impact. And for some reason, a poisoned wind globadier literally just murdered a bunch of our troops, because obviously friendly fire is a thing. Yeah, that would happen, wouldn't it? That would happen. Anyway, apart from that fact, we now just... There's only 500 troops, okay? There is only 500 troops that we have to deal with. However, 500 is actually quite a significant amount if you think about the fact that all you need to do is for them to... Well, should we say all the enemy needs to do is actually just get onto the battlements, and then they're probably going to be absolutely fine. But the thing is, can they? That is the question here. I actually don't know. Right now, I'm basically just trying to jump and slash as much as I possibly can. That seems to be the only real way for me to inflict any damage here whatsoever, which is obviously a bit of a problem. But yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the whole jumping and slashing thing. I feel like it is extremely inefficient because I'm basically only able to get a kill every 3, 4, 5 seconds, and that's not... It's not great, you know, because obviously what you want is you want to be able to get a kill every single time you swing your weapon. But it's taking me multiple seconds, if not, you know, longer than that, to be able to inflict any damage whatsoever, which is obviously an issue. Well, it seems like the enemy are actually penetrating our defenses right now. I'm not a big fan of that, I gotta say, but it just means that we've got to fight even harder here, and hopefully we'll be able to penetrate them back. Yeah, I mean that's basically it. It's all fair, right? You know, that's what we got to do. All's fair in love and war, right? You know, not sure which one this is, but you know, we're gonna have to be very, very careful here. This, yeah, there's actually a prophetess on the enemy side as well, by the way. So that means that we are going to have to deal with these wild bears of Kadon once again. Not a big fan of those at all, as I've said. Oggy Boggy is a huge, huge benefit, by the way, here, because he's basically just been healing my my wild chaos trolls and my minotaurs over and over again, and that's incredibly valuable. That is massive value that we're gaining from that, and I'm actually really surprised that he's able to cast it so often with success, because most of the time that doesn't really happen. But obviously we haven't really used well, we haven't really done siege defenses. And in general, Oggy Boggy hasn't actually been available as a spellcaster in a siege defense before, so this is really, really useful. And all I can really do here is just try and slaughter as much as I possibly can. I mean, you can see here, obviously, there's, well, not many units remaining, as you see here. We only have about, what, 90 units remaining or something like that. And then we should be completely fine, and that should be a wonderful victory for us. But that's the thing. Once we've done this, the question is... Ah, yeah, there we go. There's the Amber Prophetess actually casting some annoying stuff for us here. But yeah, once we've done this, do we actually want to go and fight for one of the castles? That's the question. Do we want to fight for one of the castles? Yes, I think we probably do. However, the problem is... will we have defeated enough vassals here to be able to make that easy? See? That's the point. Do we want to do that? I guess so. I guess we'll just try it out and we'll see what happens. What is that? The Vengeful Hood, and has gained +4 ward save. That didn't really help her because she just came in here and died instantly. Yeah, it was a pretty tight fit though, gotta say. It was a pretty tight fit, to be honest, getting in there. Because the defenses were pretty strict. They were pretty strict right there. Anyway, only 15 enemies remain. And this is exactly what I'm talking about, though. Have you noticed how almost every single opponent that comes in here is either a questing knight, or a grail knight, or a paladin? And that's kind of the reason why I said to you in a previous episode, you know, I think that in general, if we're going to fight... we really need to make sure that they don't have a huge amount of these. Even though it's quite funny because they almost always have these, and most of them have lances. And they are so incredibly devastating. Because if they actually hit any of your really high value units, like trolls or whatever, they're just gonna die, you know? They can't really do much against a hit of like, what, 300, 400 or something like that. And there you go, we were able to actually achieve victory. So, as you can see, look at my wild chaos trolls right here. They literally killed 60. each. Yes, they killed 60 each. So the Wild Chaos Trolls are basically some of the best units that I have available here. I'm actually kind of surprised. Where are the Doom Bulls? Where are the Doom Bulls? Where are they? Are they actually not even... I don't think they were actually even in the battle. Doesn't seem like they were even in the battle. One of my Wild Chaos Trolls was eliminated, which I have to say I'm very disappointed by. However, we can go, technically, up into Realm of Chaos territory and get more of them if we want to. It is available for us. Anyway, we can now actually take Morgiana, the Fey Enchantress, prisoner, which I will indeed do. And, oh, there was the ruler as well. I actually defeated the ruler as well in this particular fight. So that is an exceptionally good turn of events right here. That means that technically I should be able to basically just have the run of the area here. We should theoretically be able to just go wherever we want and do whatever we want. But that is obviously very much theory. We don't know whether that's actually going to happen. I'm just going to take as much loot as I can here. And then we're just going to go straight back on into the tavern here, because obviously there's a ransom broker. That's the reason why I took all of those prisoners. We're going to get 6,700 for that. Very nice. Let's get this Dark Ogre Lead Belcher to join us as well. Let's sell all this stuff too. And we are looking pretty good. Look at that, 5,500 for that. Okay, so let's actually, no, I would like to buy an Enterprise, but I can't do that right now because I actually don't know whether I'm going to be even getting this awarded to me. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're just going to wait here for a little bit of time, and then we're going to go and see whether we can actually take that castle over here, I guess. I don't know whether I really have the ability to take it before anyone besieges this. That would be a bit of a problem. Oh, here we go. All right. No one is here. Literally, no one is here in the garrison. This is absolutely perfect. This is really, really nice. So well, let's see whether we can actually do this. I'm just going to give him a little bit more riding skill, give him some more power strike. And let's see what actually happens, because I am extremely intrigued about this. Let's get some more master gunners here while we're at it. There we go. All right, so 160. Oh no, it's a siege tower. No, why is it a siege tower? I don't know. Why is it a siege tower? I couldn't answer that. I can only hope that this town does not come under siege while we are building the siege tower. Oh my. See, now this is a problem. This is a huge problem. Medium group of enemies spotted near the town. Does that mean they are besieging it? That's the question. I do not know, because it's not currently under my control. I don't currently own it, so it doesn't tell me, which is a bit of a problem in itself. Well, there's not much I can do except just do this, and then we'll see. Ah, you come across a mutilated, purulent body. This body did not die of natural causes, nor, you suspect, in battle. As you are about to leave, you catch the faint glint of a diamond clasped in the hand of the corpse. In order to retrieve the diamond, you will have to handle the body. What do you do? Well, obviously, we're going to reach down and discover what is in its hand. And we have apparently contracted the plague. Well, that's, I mean, Skaven, I mean, you know, come on. And we have finally finished reading Oggy Boggy's book. We've been reading it over the last, 5 episodes or something like that. And thankfully, now we're finally done. So, as you can see, The Complete Book of Diagnostic Medicine and Surgical Practice by Oggy Boggy. Oggy wrote the book in the human tongue, and his interpretation has made the book a muddled mess. He put his heart and soul into it, but in literary terms, it is unprofessional and worthless. That is rather that is rather sad, actually, I gotta say. So, what does that actually mean for him? I don't actually know. Do we have to tell him? Do we tell him about that? I don't think that's a good idea. I don't really want to tell him that it's not looking so good. Anyway, ooh, the defenders are coming out? Really? Oh, that's kind of interesting. I guess it's because we've got so many archers, right? I guess it's because we've got so many archers. That's probably the reason. Anyway, how many do they have? 103. We've got 103 as well. This is actually going to be hilarious, because they're probably just going to end up dying. They don't have any cavalry or anything like that. My Doom Bulls are just going to go absolutely crazy here. And I can only hope that I'm going to be able to inflict some good damage too. I really, you know what I really want to have? I really want to have a weapon that just ignores shields. I know, that's way too overpowered, but it would be amazing if I could have a legendary weapon that just ignores shields. But yeah, there's no such thing, I don't think. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't, I don't know, I don't think so somehow, but it would be very cool. Anyway, I'm gonna be okay here. I'm not gonna take a healing potion, I don't think. Not just yet, at least. I think I should be alright to just tank what we have. And I'm just hopeful that many of the forces that have died are not significantly strong or valuable or anything like that. Funnily enough, if we do this, oh yeah, look, we have just absolutely destroyed these opponents. They were not expecting for us to have so many really strong infantry. I think that's probably what's caused the issue here for them. As you can see, I did actually eliminate 28. The Minotaur, the Doom Bull, both got 11 and 10 respectively. Really nice. And we are now going to lead our soldiers in an assault. Oh, the enemy is actually going to sally out again. This is a very weird decision for them to make, but I am fine with it. I am very much fine with it. That is okay. You can very much do that if you want to, sir. This is going to be a huge mistake on their part, which is okay, I guess. Not really sure why they would do such a thing. But it must be the fact, as I said, that we have so many ranged troops that they are thinking that they have the advantage here. Because obviously, in the grand scheme of things, we, you know, being in a sally out, we don't have a huge amount of ammunition, which I actually don't think makes any sense. Because let's face it, I mean, if you're, you know, if you're someone that has a weapon like a gun or a bow or something like that, you're more than likely going to have your ammunition or arrows next to you. So it makes no sense that they would have very little, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, we did actually end up losing one of our wild chaos trolls, but we don't really have to worry too much about that. As I said, we can regain these relatively easily, and it just takes a little bit of effort, which is obviously annoying, you know. It's annoying to have to do that, but it is actually possible for us to get it back without too many issues. And now we can just loot all of this, and we can actually request that this be awarded to me. I actually don't know. I actually don't know about this. I'm thinking right now that I am going to ask for no rewards, because I'd rather have the town if at all possible, and it's going to be extremely difficult for me to defend. Well, not both things, but it is going to be difficult for me to defend this one just now, because I'd rather defend the town if at all possible. Okay, this guy's going to go over there and actually besiege that. I'm pretty sure he's going to go and besiege that. And he's going to try and take it. He'll probably be rather successful taking it as well, which is really sad, but I am going to go over there and try to stop him in just a moment. We got an exquisite diamond ring, which actually sells for 5,200, which is actually hilarious. I did contract the plague though, so there you go, we actually sold that. Okay, so let's actually see what happens if I the plague still takes its toll on your body. What does it actually do? It doesn't tell me what it does. View all current effects on the player. Ah, there we go. Okay, so basically this is what we currently have. You have the plague, so we have a -3 to strength and agility, -2 to power strike, iron flesh, and athletics. That's actually a significant debuff, so very it's good to know that they actually did allow us to have that information. Pretty cool, in my opinion. And I'm still wondering, Critterslick, where are you? Is he actually gonna make a decision or what? Well, everything seems to be going rather swimmingly, as you can see, and we are now basically done. Yep, we eliminated them very, very nicely here. And they did have an amber damsel as far as I'm aware, but it didn't really do too much, thankfully. And there we have it. Okay, so we can now take him prisoner. Not going to be taking any prisoners here either. Not going to be taking any loot. Doesn't seem particularly worth it. And yeah, now we're just going to have to do some very tedious defense of this area, which is not exactly great, but it is a small price to pay for potentially eliminating the Bretonnians, isn't it? Because they are, they have been a rather annoying, annoying thorn in our side for quite a bit too long, in my opinion. I feel like we probably would have been able to eliminate them much earlier. But here's the thing: would I have been able to take this town by myself earlier? I don't know. Probably not, right? Probably not. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.